Happy birthday, Renee. Happy birthday, Nick.
Happy birthday, Nick. I made a post about Renee. She my friend. All right, Jameson. So, what you want to introduce yourself and all that good stuff?
I can do that. My name is 1 ounce of Jameson. I've been following this case since 2015. It is nearby to where I live, and that is what first attracted me to it. I then joined a group that was formed the day that Dee Dee was found, and it was very. I didn't post a lot in the group, but I followed everything that was going down. And I thought it was really interesting that Christy was in there and Bobby Petrie when he came in, and then Aaron Lee Carr was in there, and the sisters to Dee Dee, Dorla and Claudia were in there, and the cousins were in there, and a lot of people that knew them. Somebody that worked at PJ's with Dee Dee was in there, and then that Facebook account got turned off, and I didn't think about it much. My Facebook account got, I don't know if I couldn't get into it or what the story was, but I didn't think about the case again until she was released, and not released, before she was released, I think. I don't know. I was able to get back in the group, and then just hearing how she was acting after she got out and seeing things, and things weren't adding up, and the whole Dr. Phil interview that he did in the jail was that, I think that was my turning point. It just, something didn't sit right. And then she comes out with her book, and she comes out with all these things, and I was thinking, I've heard that before. And I'm like, am I just thinking about this case so much that, things are clicking? But then I was like, no, I know I saw that. So I would go back, and I'm like, they got their entire narrative from this Facebook group. And I've been trying to tell people, and I'm not really a TikTok creator. I like to dig into things, and I've been trying to tell people, and Rose and Chewy have given me a chance to tell what I know through the last couple of years. And finally, Rose just said one day when we were talking, she's like, why don't you just go live and do it? And I don't know how to go live, so she's letting me use her platform to show you guys what all I have seen, what I've heard, and how it all comes together. And I want to see if y'all agree with me that they got their narrative from this group.
Okay. So first we're going to start off with the plan in motion.
Oh, yeah. First, I want to say, if you're up on panel, can you just not speak until, because Chewy can tell you, I'm big time ADD, and
we don't need her chasing rabbits.
I don't need to be chasing any rabbits. I just want to get this information out to all you. And I think Rose and I talked maybe at the end of each section, we can stop for a minute if there's any questions, but there's not going to be a discussion about it. We want to move on to the next, and then we can have a discussion like maybe later another time.
Like tonight in Chewy's live.
I would love that.
Or like late tonight, because we got graduation tonight. That's
oh,
why we're doing
yeah,
this
tomorrow.
early.
Maybe tomorrow.
So
maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, depending on what time we get done with graduation. But yeah, so just
okay. So
everybody have a seat.
Have a seat. The first thing I want to show you is the other night I was looking for where she was telling her dad about something, and I was looking for that audio clip. And I know I'd heard this clip before, but I never put it together, and I should have. But I heard this, and I'm like, whoa, this is important, and this is how we're going to start it off. So, Rose, it's in the narrative, it's Facebook plan in motion.
Got you right here. Okay, hold on. And real quick before we set that up, I have this. You like it?
I love it. And then after you play it, I would, if you could play it once with, so people can hear what they hear. And then if you can play it again, if you can zoom in on that video, I have the captioning so they can read it for themselves.
Oh, okay.
But play it, see what they hear the first time, and then do it with the captioning the second time.
Okay.
If you would, please.
All right. Hold on. Something just happened. All right. Here we go.
It's okay. We have a plan no matter. And two plans for if you are involved and if you're not involved. And you know, it just happens to be the one where you're involved, and we have a defense for that. You know, they're prepared for that.
Yeah. We went there after and talked to them, and there is a plan in motion.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
but
hopeful, and I put my trust in him. I really, I had to kind of laugh, like, he's like, do you work for Facebook? Do you know how it works? That's funny.
yeah, but just know that we are still behind you 100%.
Okay. So, yeah, that is kind of really hard to hear.
So to me, it sounded like they were saying that they have a plan in motion just in case you're involved, or if you're not involved, we have a plan for that too. But we have a plan in motion. And she's like, yes, we do have a plan in motion. That's what I heard.
Okay. So what I heard when I heard that, and then I tried to clear up the audio, and then I also added captions. One of my video things adds captions to it, and so you might have to zoom in. I don't know if you can. Can you zoom in on the video? The captions are middle to bottom, I think.
Okay.
After all that, and he's like, it's okay, we have a plan no matter. We have two plans for if you are involved and if you're not involved. And, you know, it just happens to be the one where you're involved, and we have a defense for that. You know, they're prepared for that.
Yeah. We went there after and talked to them, and there is a plan in motion.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
but
hopeful, and I put my trust in him. I really, I had to kind of laugh, like, he's like, do you work for Facebook? Do you know how it works? That's funny.
yeah, but just know that we are still behind you 100%.
Okay. So,
I thought that was extremely interesting, where she says we already have a plan in motion, and then do you work for Facebook? Why would she mention Facebook? Do you know how Facebook works? And I heard that, and I getting ready to go to bed. I immediately sat up, and I was like, oh my gosh, everybody's in bed. I can't contact Rose and Chewy. Chewy has to get up at 5, and Rose has to feed the goats. And I'm like, who the heck is going to be awake at this time? I immediately got on TikTok and messaged Billy Knox. And I'm like, listen to this. You got to hear this. And yeah, so then I talked to Rose and Chewy in the morning, and I was like, all right, guys, we got to do something about this. Okay, so the next one. So that recording was made after they had spoken with Mike Stanfield. That was the day, and if you know the audio continues, she mentions Stockholm syndrome, because I think that's what they originally were going to go for. They also had, the battered spouse syndrome. I'm sorry, and then the next one they thought of was Stockholm syndrome, and then it ended up being MVP. So that was July 25th of 2015 at her preliminary hearing. Okay, so I think you go on to Scanfield, gasses it up, and this is This is where Mike has sat her down. You know, he doesn't know much about the case, but he sat her down and he's giving her pretty much what he's going to portray if they go to court.
Real quick, I'm late. Are these Facebook, Jameson?
No, they're not Facebook yet. Well, I mean, this is about the Facebook stuff, but this is all nothing that I played yet is Facebook.
You're not very late. This
Okay,
is
gotcha.
at the very beginning, so we're good.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we were watching. Thanks, y'all.
Okay, welcome in.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, and everybody that just jumped up, we're going to discuss this probably tomorrow, but right now I am going to just get all this out so you all can know where I'm coming from and what I've been trying to say for a really long time. And I think we'll stop at the end of each section for just like little Q&A maybe if we need it. But the discussion's going to be another day because I chase rabbits and we can't have that. They have a graduation to go to.
Welcome in. Okay. So now we're at so we just heard the phone call between Gypsy and Christy talking about they have a plan whether she's guilty or not, right?
Yeah, and it was and then Christy just said, "Don't worry. We have a plan we already have a plan in motion." And Mike tells her, "Do you work for Facebook? Do you know how it works?" And I had said previously that I've heard this entire narrative and everything that she has claimed, and I heard it from this Facebook group that was created the day Dee Dee was found. Okay. So Mike gives Gypsy the narrative is what we're looking for in Scamfield.
It's got a lot in here. Hold on.
I believed I had all
Whoa.
these illnesses and such that I knew I could walk and I knew that I could eat. It wasn't until I saw my attorney for the first time and he tells me that there's been no medical records that says I have cancer, and it shocked me. I don't have cancer? It confused me so much. So what other illnesses don't I have? He tells me, for the most part, he thinks I'm perfectly healthy and that a lot of this is made up. And I was happy to know that I'm perfectly healthy. This is actually kind of the first time that I've been honest. Besides being honest, with my attorneys. Even that, I haven't been completely honest with them.
That girl.
Okay, so if he's saying that nothing in the medical records says that she has cancer. But then we'll get to that. Sorry. So Mike Stanfield is an ambulance chaser. That's right in front of you. He this is his Facebook page. He has since changed it. Because I went to go look a couple days ago, and I'm like, thank God I had that screenshot. This is who he's following. Is Greene County, Missouri, recently booked. Mike put in his appearance to be Gypsy's attorney on June 16th of 2015. She was arrested on the 15th. And I don't, and many of the people in the group did not know how he can put his appearance in to be her attorney when she wasn't even in Missouri at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't understand the law like that. So I just thought that was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the next one we're going to is, it is in Who Patty? Who
Mhm.
Patty?
Who Patty? Right here.
Who Patty? Okay, so in Who Patty, we're going to original post.
Okay, here we go, right here.
Okay, so this is this was a post that was in the group, and the date is June 17th, so 2 days after Dee Dee was found. Someone just says, I'm really not trying to bash the family, but I find it disturbing that now all of a sudden you guys want to say that Gypsy is a victim of mental abuse and Dee Dee was making her be ill. But none of you stepped forward until it was too late and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so is that totally zoomed? Can you unzoom it?
In the comments?
Okay. So in the comments, we have, who's your client? Well, somebody deleted a post. And then they said, Gypsy? Patty Lou, are you defending Gypsy? And then Amy says on her page, she's a Missouri State Public Defender's Office or whatever. So now you need to go to Patty 1. Thank you, Rose, for doing this for me.
You're very welcome. All right,
So,
here's Patty 1.
Patty 1. This is the original post. The lady had posted, and Patty said, she's my client. Thanks for posting this. We're trying to get views of local people. Okay, now go to Patty 2.
Patty 2. Okay, hold on. Oh, here, I accidentally got a Patty Lou. Patty 2.
All right, and then, so people are saying, well, you shouldn't be on here if you're, do whatever. And she's like, I'm the only Patty in our system. You can access who I am. And then she says, Mike is our attorney. I'm the paralegal. And then this other person says, you do realize you just lost your job. And she goes on and other things that says, I am not doing anything illegal. This is all public knowledge, whatever. All right. So now, are there... I don't think we're going there yet, are we? Nope, we're not going there. Okay, go back to Scamfield gasses it up.
Okay.
And I use the Ashley baby. Ashley baby always says gasses it up. She's just the cutest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to KOLR 10. It's that news report that's in the blue. Keep going. There it is, bottom. All right, I'll mute.
Now on the 28th of November this year for their alleged role in the death of Blanchard's mother, Dee Dee, this summer. Our Audrey Easter is here with more on the case tonight. Audrey?
Well, as of right now, they both have the same trial date, but that could change. Blanchard's attorney says that at some point he plans to request that her case be tried separately from his. When it all does begin, though, they'll both face charges of first-degree murder and armed criminal action. In June, Blanchard and John allegedly stabbed her mother to death at their home just north of Springfield. Both appeared during today's pretrial hearing. Blanchard's attorney said he's still unable to get access to all of her medical records. That's because her mother requested sole access to them prior to her death. But he says he hopes to receive the remaining ones from Mercy and Cox hospitals before the next hearing in April. Now, those records could be critical in helping determine her mental state. Jury selection was also discussed today. Presiding Judge Calvin Holden said he has concerns about being able to select an impartial jury from residents here in Greene County. It's also possible that a change of venue request could be submitted as well. After today's hearing, we spoke with Gypsy's father, Rod Blanchard. He says that he and other members drive all the way from their home in Louisiana to Springfield for as many court hearings as possible.
It's not fun, I can tell you that. I mean, it's stressful, it's scary, So we're just trying to be here for all that we can,
Now, both Blanchard and John are being held in the Greene County Jail in lieu of $1 million bond.
Audrey, thanks.
Wow. Never seen that footage either.
I'm sorry, I was talking on mute. Can you go back to Who Patty? Do I have any screenshots in there?
Who Patty?
Who Patty?
You have some images in there. I don't know what.
Images.
Aren't they all screenshots?
I don't know where they. Okay, they might be somewhere else. Okay, go back to Scamfield gassing it up. So that news report that we just saw was when they were in Greene County, but in the people were posting about the whole Patty Lou. Great. So Facebook's going to it's going to give her defense. why are you asking for the public's opinion on this? They were asking if they were trying to, they said that they'd never receive an impartial jury, and they were trying to move it somewhere else. That's what all the group was saying, that the people were pretty outraged that she was in that group, this attorney asking for the public's opinion. We'll find those at another time. Missing medical is the next video you need to go to. Mike
Is that
Stan-
in?
It's in Scamfield.
Okay, so which one is? Sorry again. Which one is it?
It's labeled missing medical. I think
is.
is that Fox? Yeah.
Blanchard and Nicholas Godejohn has now been set. And Fox 5's Aaron Campbell discovered both the defense and prosecuting parties are prepping for the battlefield.
That's right, Janelle. Gypsy Blanchard and Nicholas Godejohn, who are accused of murdering Dee Dee Blanchard last year, appeared in a pre-trial court session today, which was aimed to tie up some loose ends before the main trial begins this fall. Both Blanchard and Godejohn appearing in court today, very talkative with their lawyers. The pre-trial conference, presided over by Judge Calvin Holden, learned that the defense has been requesting medical records for Gypsy and has received many, minus the ones from Cox and Mercy here in Springfield. The defense requested that if they don't receive the documents soon, and if Cox and Mercy don't comply, that a subpoena be issued, demanding them and their appearance in court. The medical records being extremely important in this case because after being examined by experts, they will determine if mental illness or disease was involved. The judge recommending several dates to set the trial. The first being August 15th of this year, which Blanchard and Godejohn's lawyers argued was too soon, and didn't give them sufficient time to collect the remaining evidence. Now, there is still some debate going on as to whether or not the jury for the trial will come from Greene County or need to be brought in from the surrounding areas. The trial date now set for November 28th through December 9th this year, with another court appearance scheduled for April 12th.
The trial.
Wow.
All right. So now go to it's a screenshot. It says blocks kept in place. This is from the Facebook group.
Blocks kept in place.
So this person says, I don't understand how there are still patient privacy concerns when those records could have been subpoenaed for a criminal case such as this. I'm not going to say it. And right. Okay. But then here's another thing down here. It says, perhaps Gypsy was kept in the dark, even about her own health. Perhaps she actually believed for a long period of time that she was handicapped. Okay. Go to blocks on medical. So then this person says, and the date is what, Rose?
November 10th, 2015.
Okay, November 10th, 2015. This is a summary of the news article that was put out. Stanfield said at a previous court appearance that Dee Dee had set up some blocks that prevented her daughter from viewing her own medical records. Stanfield said on Monday he has still not obtained those records. Well, aren't those the records that he's saying didn't list anything about the big C?
Mm-hmm.
And then we are attempting to obtain all the medical records, the durable power of attorney that her mom had. I can't read it. Can you zoom in a little bit more? My eyes are not that good. Her mom had prevented Gypsy from requesting her own records. They prevented her from speaking with doctors on her own. They required her mother to basically do everything for her, everything as far as medical care. So I do believe that him saying that there were blocks put in place was part of his narrative to get her off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the next one I want you to go to is Dee Dee lawyer. This person says, you're going to have to zoom in, and the date is...
Okay, the date is November 10th, 2015.
This person says, sounds like Dee Dee knew her legal stuff. That stuff is exhausting and complex, but clearly Dee Dee had it figured out. And I highly suspect that it would have been had it been a previous court of law declared Gypsy as mentally incompetent, it can't be easy to fill out this kind of paperwork to legally keep an adult from managing their own medical care or so much as speaking to a doctor alone. The big C and a neuromuscular disease, none of this makes her mentally incompetent. Now I want you to go to POA.
Well, there's a little bit more.
Oh, sorry. If Dee Dee is not here and these papers declare Gypsy as incompetent, is there another person then, like some sort of backup that could get them, is pretty much what they're saying. Okay, go to POA. So they're grabbing these things, saying she's incompetent, and and her mom filed those kind of words. Like they make their story up from all of this. So then this one says the POA is not Dee Dee, it's a family friend. They're having trouble locating. Well, the cops didn't have any trouble locating her. I don't see how that document could still hold power if she's declared of sound mind. So then you need to go to plea. So this was a quote from the article. The defense says that the evidence in this case was like none other, and the agreement reached is indicative of the way the prosecutor and the defense feel about Gypsy's suffering at the hands of Dee Dee. And so she took her plea deal on July 5th, 2016. I need you to go to, I think it's financial.
Benefits?
There's one, not the video of it, but financial benefits. Yeah, so this is in the supplemental report, and they had taken a letter. Rose, you can read it. They took a letter from Gypsy that Gypsy had written to, I think it's her cousin Tiffany.
Okay.
Can you read? Because it's too long.
Yeah, the highlighted part, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. I am a changed person. I just got baptized, so I'm wiped clean, made new. A few more sentences later, Gypsy wrote, but me, Mike, Dad, and Christy all talked about getting some kind of financial benefit from telling my story.
Okay, so then I want you to go to, I'm gonna have to see, is it HBO? I think it's called HBO. This record is from, Fancy had obtained this.
Oh, fancy. HBO, where did I see HBO at?
Gotta give credit where credit's due sometimes.
Okay, here's HBO.
Okay, so Rose, can you read this for everybody, please?
Yes. Okay, Rod and Christy. Here is a USB with all of the medical records plus some additional records that have since requested from the hospital, included an additional and identical USB stick for your attorney. The hospital still seems pretty evasive as we still have not seen or received any sorry, the handwriting's kind of any records from her GP, Dr. Robert Steele. What is GP? General practitioner?
Yes.
Okay. Dr. Robert Steele, he said that he is the one that called social services, but we have found no evidence to corroborate that statement. Okay, we are looking forward to suing you next. I spoke with Gypsy yesterday, and despite having a pretty nasty cold, she seemed in good spirits. We'll let you know if we hear more news on our end. Sending best, Aaron and Allison.
Yeah, I think that's right. And then
Hold on. P.S. USB should be totally compatible with your Windows devices. Let me know if you have any issues.
So I thought that was really interesting. And I tried to look up in the far right-hand corner, and it was cut off. But it'd be really interesting to know the date of that. It looks like it's 2016, like shortly after she took the plea deal. So they were working with HBO, like right then, because I mean they showed up and they interviewed Gypsy like right after she took the plea deal, and that's when all that started. So they're like, we're going to turn this into something Christy, Mike, Rod could benefit from financially. Now, this video that Rose is going to play next is it is not something that Gypsy said at the time. It's something that she has said recently. I want to make that clear. But I just thought it was funny. So since the three of them were looking to profit off of what she did to her mother, I thought it was very fitting. So play the financial benefit video, please. It's Gypsy in her stripes.
Okay, hold on. What did I pass it?
I don't know. I can only see.
Oh, right here. There it is.
You better come here, Jay.
Fuck no, am I just gonna sit here and be like, okay, everybody make money off of my name, but me.
Yep. So I thought that was really fitting. I thought that would give you guys a chuckle. Okay, so if you go to requested medical, it's a picture of Rod.
That's it.
Oh, okay. Requested medical.
Don't look at me like that.
Because the requested medical I see right here is
There's a requested medical and there's a requested medical record.
right here.
Here's the interesting thing. This is the last record from Mercy here in Springfield until 2015. So this is 2007.
And I haven't even spoken.
What I couldn't figure out was how Dee Dee figured out that Dr. Flasterstein was on to her. But if you look at a lot of these social work notes,
71
Dee
cents.
Dee's requesting medical records. She would have gotten a copy of this letter.
Okay, and I saw that clip, and as being a medical provider or working in the medical field,
That's my friend.
That was I just chuckled at that.
That's my friend Anne Fran right there.
Dee Dee did request medical records, and if you go to requested medical records 2, and you can just zoom in to the highlighted part when you get there.
Episodes of Life After Lockup.
Requested the doctor. I'm sorry, the medical record one, right?
Yeah, it says requested medical.
Okay, here's the medical document.
Just zoom into the highlighted part, and if you look at it, it's lightly highlighted in blue. But if you look at that, it says records or information to be sent to the Children's Mercy Hospital, and it says to the attention of whoever. They were not sent to her.
I got PP.
They were not sent to Dee Dee. They were sent from wherever she was having them requested from to this place. So no, she did not receive a copy like he tries to spin it. I mean, she very possibly could have requested for herself, but that's not what he's trying to spin it as.
Says it was the information was sent to Children's Mercy Hospital.
Yeah. Okay, and then you can go ahead and do wheelchair because I found this kind of funny too. This is a screenshot from the 2015 group.
Wheelchair.
There it is. It's the big fat one up there. There's someone in this 2015 group said, there you go. Also, I just heard that the defense is asking for a wheelchair for Gypsy's for future court appearances. So she's still not done playing.
Oh, wow. Oh my god.
And we're gonna get into all of. I just wanted to. I'm setting the stage right
We're
now.
just introducing.
We're just introducing stuff, and we are going to get into these messages. And you guys are. I think you're gonna feel the same way I feel.
No, Raven.
We need to go to leaving out info, and then remember, you're gonna stop it when Christy does her big sigh. I mean, this was all theatrical.
Mm-hmm.
Information upon history by mother. So she's talking to the doctor here, and she's talking about how she has mental and developmental delays, needs assistance. Apparently, while holding her hands over Gypsy's ears so as not to offend, history of mental retardation, 7-year-old mother, her mom. And so this was the one time where a doctor actually put in the record that Dee Dee's got her hands over Gypsy's ears. So Gypsy can't even hear what mom is telling the doctor. Then we get into the family history. The family history changed depending on what doctor she was at. Mm-hmm. You'll notice here, we don't get a whole lot of,
the cardiologist.
Right, she's at the cardiologist, and so they all died of a heart attack. Now.
Okay, so I would like you to go to full context. So Mike may have passed his bar exam, but I'm a little concerned on his reading ability, because usually at periods you stop, and if you read the sentence before, you can get more of a context.
Which one? What?
It is highlighted in. There's yellow and there's blue in the highlights.
Let's see full context.
I can pull up my computer. It should be right now.
Leaving out info full context?
Yes, please. Yes, that's it. Okay, so if you can zoom into the pink highlight, it says, can you read the yellow and then read the next sentences?
Yes. So in the yellow, it says, mother describes as clumsy while holding hands over Gypsy's ears so not to offend.
Period.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's when the period comes into place. And then he goes on with his notes that Gypsy has a history of blah, 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 blah.
Oh, of the R word, a 7-year-old did level per non.
So he wasn't, Dee Dee was not saying the R word. She was covered her ears, and you can't cover someone's ears. She's she's clumsy, that really upsets me and I know that's their job, is to spin things like that, but this is what they're doing. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Family history changed. Go to that one.
The family history changed depending on what doctor she was at. Mm-hmm. You'll notice here, we don't get a whole lot of,
the cardiologist.
Right, she's at the cardiologist, and so they all died of a heart attack.
Stop. Okay, go to family history. So back in this group, people are talking about stuff. And oh my gosh, Tate Petrie Jr. is in there, and he said, my grandmother did not die of the big C. Get your facts straight. Heart attack 16 years ago. Then if you go to family history 2, and I appreciate y'all hanging in here, but we will be getting to those Facebook group important ones.
Family history.
So in family history, correct. It has orange highlights. All right, and this family history too, if you zoom in, it talks about family history, and MGM is maternal grandmother. So Emma was insulin dependent. She had coronary artery disease. She had a seizure disorder and she had the big C. But coronary artery disease, that has to deal with her heart. All right. Now go to Poor Historian. And we are almost to the Facebook messages.
Was it Poor Historian?
Yes.
They're doing great, Jameson.
Thank you. It should be a video. Yep, it's right there with Rod.
First one that jumped out at me. She ends up going to the neurologist, Dr. Flasherstein. And so, very first thing right off the bat, mother is not a good historian, which is interesting because he puts that in bold and underlines it.
One of the things was a big discrepancy was that for a person that has not walked for 9 years...
You can stop it, Rose.
She should...
Okay, so can you go to Poor Historian 2? And is there a 3 also? Okay, yeah, okay. So this one is a text. This is a Facebook message between Dee Dee and her sister Claudia. And they're talking about someone in a cutoff, I'm guessing, or wherever they're from. They're talking about, or down in the bayou, someone who had passed away. And and Claudia's trying to say it's this person's brother, this person's sister, whatever she's saying. And Dee Dee says, head trauma from accident. My memory is kind of bad. Okay, if you go to the third one, the Poor Historian 3. Poor Historian 3 is a medical record.
Okay, hold on. I accidentally got out of, let me get back in Scamfield. Oh no. Sorry, hold on. Okay, this is Scamfield, right? Yes, I'm in, okay. You said Poor Historian 3?
Yeah, it should be, I think it's, okay. So if you can, right there, it says, Gypsy was born, you're gonna have to read that highlight for me.
Okay, it says, Gypsy was born 4 weeks prematurely, but mom was unsure of perinatal course. DT memory loss. Due to memory loss after a car accident. She does recall that Gypsy had... Okay.
That's right. And it goes on to say that Gypsy was born with a fever of unknown origin when she was first born. But it is in the records that Dee Dee has stated herself that she is a poor historian because due to a car accident that she was in. And that's how they document it, as poor historian. That's what they say. And that's exactly why you don't get a plumber to do a surgery on you. So lawyers reading medical records is crazy business. Okay, let's get into the Facebook messages. Let's go to Snapped. Yes, it was the accident in 2000. All right, so in Snapped, we're gonna go to Uncle Cousin Bobby.
Gotta love it.
All right, so Bobby Petrie was in this group, June 16th, 2015, and he said all this. He kind of creates the narrative. He says that all these things were disturbing, blah, blah, blah. He says, pushed to snap by her mother. Then you can go to the other Uncle Cousin Bobby one. This next one, Bobby says, can you zoom out just a little bit? As she wasn't allowed to be normal. And eventually, I can't see because of the people.
Eventually snapped.
Okay, so now let's go to the other people and all the other screenshots. And I'm just going to read the highlighted portions so you guys can hear this. And I want you to note the dates on these. That was June 16th, 2015.
You want to do one?
Yeah, just go through in order. All right, so this one, if you can zoom out a little bit, it says, when everyone around knew...
Sorry.
That's okay. When everyone around them knew exactly what was going on, and Just I can't read it. They're
Okay, when everyone around them knew exactly what was going on and just sat back watching it happen. Seriously, people knew Dee Dee was apparently forcing Gypsy to live that life. Why didn't nobody step in and help Gypsy out of the situation? A person can only take so much before they snap.
Next one. The highlighted portion says, that doesn't mean she wasn't abused and finally snapped. Go to the next one, please. This is two different ones. This was June 17th of 2015. It's sad when people, it's sad. Some people are wired to snap, and some will take years of abuse and not snap. And the other person says it seems either they snap or they continue the cycle of abuse. Is there any more of those?
That was number 3, and then we have
then we go to snapped 1, snapped 2, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so snapped 1 says on June 17th, forced to live a life of a disabled child when she wasn't. Look at the abused women after something enough they snap. After enough they snap. Okay, next one. There's a reason she snapped. Next one. These were anywhere from the 15th, these were like the 16th and 17th, I think, are all of them. Is there any more of those?
5.
This person says everyone has a snapping point. Okay, now we do Rod's video, please.
She just had enough and snapped.
Now do the snapped AU video, please.
It's been a couple of days with you now. You don't strike me as someone who's capable of planning a murder.
Well, I mean, my situation was very centered around my circumstances. So I can honestly say I would have never committed that crime had I not been pushed to the brink where I really just snapped.
Okay, so the next one we're going to go to is binding and essay.
Oh, sorry. Binding and essay, and I seen that one. Where did I see that at? See it? Where's it? It's on the narrative, right?
Yeah, it's on the
narrative.
narrative.
There it is. There it is at the very last one. Okay.
All right, so binding 1 first, please. So this comment was made on June 16th, 2015. She had to spend her life shaving her head and binding her breasts. Okay, binding 2, please. Okay, I just remembered what's coming next. Okay, this one, can you zoom in just a little bit more?
Yeah.
This one is dated like June
16th, 2015.
And it says, I heard her mom bound her breasts. The next one is really funny. I saw this in the comments and I'm like, I have to add that. So if you all look at that picture real quick, go to binding 3.
So binded.
Just wait.
Binding 3?
Yeah. So this one says, must have felt great to let those puppies out. Oh, okay. So now the binding clip.
Where my mother humiliated my femininity by binding my breasts, Nick ordered me to humiliate myself by slathering them with barbecue sauce or peanut butter.
And I just want to say also, I think there's still people, still family, still Christy's fake accounts were all brought out in that group too. And I think they have referred back to that to make the book and stuff. Okay, essay. If you can play, I think it's just essay. This person says, thank you. November 23rd of 2017. If she had ever been that by an uncle or other male her entire life, people would be cheering for what happened. The next one is essay 2. This was June 16th, and it says, as far as I know, nothing about schmabuse has been brought up yet, but I wonder how long it will be before it is. That was June 16th. So then she realizes that people aren't following her narrative as much anymore, so she has to make some claims.
Yeah.
So go to Essay People. So People Magazine did a post that said Gypsy Rose Blanchard accused a relative of sexual abuse, and the date is January 3rd, 2024.
Yep.
Okay, so then if you go to the essay audio, it doesn't play the whole thing, Rose. It stops after whatever. But this is what she wanted to say.
And like a groom carrying his bride over the threshold, took me into a walk-in closet.
Nasty girl.
Okay, we're gonna go to bodily autonomy.
That's another file?
Yes.
Okay. I gotta find that one. There it is.
And it is just labeled bodily autonomy.
Okay.
And this is somebody in the group on January 17th of June 17th, 2015, that says she was denied the autonomy of her own body. Go to bodily autonomy 2.
This Roma cat has a lot to say, don't she?
Yeah, she does. And I still have not figured out who is all in their inner group, but they infiltrated this group the day after it was made. I've looked into her, I've looked into several people, and I have highlighted in purple the people who I know are on like family members or friends. So this person says, could you imagine being 23 years old and your whole life never being allowed to be yourself? So you can roll the next video clip that's in that group.
Spent my entire life without any bodily autonomy.
Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh my
I'm
god!
telling you, every time I hear them talk, I'm like, I know that was in the group. I know that was in the group. So the next
one, that just gave me chills. Yeah, I gotta hear it again. I want to hear it again. Okay. Listen, like we just saw that in the Facebook. That was what 2015, talking about that BS, and now here she is. Oh my gosh.
I spent my entire life without any bodily autonomy.
All right, okay. So the next folder I have is isolated. And I want you to go through the screenshots, and then we'll play the clip at the end. So the first screenshot is in purple, so that is from Bobby, Uncle Cousin Bobby. No, it's on Bobby's post. And I don't know if this person's related or not, but this was June 16th. I should have put her name in purple. She was isolated too, states away for years. I can't.
That has a lot to do with it. I'm sure that's why it was done, so no one could catch on.
Next. And I think if you click the, you don't want to do that because that's next. This one is also from Uncle Cousin Bobby. It was on his post. Some people babyfy their kids to get all kinds of assistance they don't need. And then she goes on to say, controlling, suffocation, lies, deceit, all mixed with forced fantasy and life and faked illnesses. Like I said before, she didn't seem at all neglected throughout her life, so I can't blame Dad for not taking her away from Dee Dee when he had no reason to. At the time, she looked downright spoiled, not neglected in the least.
Wow, Shannon. Thank you, Shannon.
Yeah, right? The next one is dated
June 16th.
June 16th. Obviously, Dee Dee was up to no good and probably made it difficult for Gypsy's dad to see her. This is the day after. Dee Dee probably didn't take the chance that the father found out about her scamming everyone. It was liked by Bobby Petrie. The next one, just wanted to say that. This next one says, but we have to remember she didn't see her dad and his family or her mom's family. She was isolated a lot. This was June 16th.
Mm-hmm.
This is June 16th. And this is after Bobby made his posts saying all this.
Is this a Godejohn case discussion?
Yeah, but let's just move on.
Okay, okay.
This next one, it was dated. Can you zoom in? Is that June 16th?
June 16th, 2015.
It's quite possible that Dee Dee was telling Gypsy untrue things while she was growing up, including keeping her alienated from her father due to fraud. Who knows the bullshit that she told Gypsy? There are a lot of women that make it impossible for the fathers to have any rights to their kids. Next one.
June 16th, 2015.
Thank you. And now she sees a way to make a name for her and get sympathy. She's exploiting the murder for her own gain, attention. I question the stepmom's contradictions and put how she and the husband were friends with Gypsy on her private page and could have reached out there and didn't. This next person, I put her in purple, but I don't think she's friends with the family. How do you know they didn't try and were rejected? She might be. This was June 16th, 2015, the day after Dee Dee was found. I can't speak for her father, but I would assume that she found ways to keep them apart.
Okay.
And this is actually my friend. My friend, and she lived a town over from me when I was growing up, and she's actually one of my friends. She commented on Bob. She was all up in this stuff. But she said what lengths she may have taken to prevent him from seeing her outing her fraud.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have this one.
This is still June 16th.
Okay, and this one says, Rose, you're going to have to read that. Oh, no. Stepmom tried to see her, and she always gave them the runaround. I don't know why some people are jumping on Christy and Blanchard. I realize that she's Gypsy's stepmom, but obviously Dee Dee was up to no good and probably made it difficult for Gypsy's dad to see her. You can read that last one. I got a blink.
Okay, he's on her Facebook, and she looks weak and childlike, just wondering why that would not raise alarm in the family in general.
I also wanted to point out that Bobby also mentioned somewhere, and if anybody knows, I'd be interested in knowing, that they all sat around the pool one evening and discussed the case. And I think they were sitting around the pool discussing what they could do to get Gypsy off. that they were going to have to paint Dee Dee in a bad light because Gypsy was facing the DP.
DP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
This
so that's isolated. If you and you have there's a video clip for you to play.
perhaps the daughter was being told that her dad didn't love her or didn't want her. And it is quite possible Dee Dee was telling Gypsy untrue things while she was growing up, including keeping her alienated from her father. And then this one right here, this is
That is a screenshot of some of Gypsy's friends on their Facebook page.
okay.
And they're family members in their Facebook page. I mean, we've all seen the messages where she's talking with her sister, that she's talking with Rod. She's even asking Rod to take her on vacation. Ashley Baby pointed that out, that she was asking her to take her on vacation and Rod just couldn't make the time for it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, wait. That one was isolated. So then next is Rod and Gyp lying.
Yes.
Did you ever tell your dad?
No, my mother would tell me such awful things about my father. My parents are divorced. My mother would tell me he abandoned us. He doesn't want anything to do with you. He's happy with his new family now. He doesn't love you. So I thought, why bother going to him when he won't care?
They started moving further and further away, and the visits became more scarce. You know, I'd call and say, you know, where's Gypsy? You know, I talk to her and say, well, she's taking a nap. Call back in an hour. I'll have her ready for you. So, you know, I'd call back and, you know, she'd be ready there with all the right answers. And it's scary to think what she told Gypsy, the consequences she'd have if she did see anything, you know.
Wow.
Right.
And then the last one.
Next one. Oh, is there one more?
This is June 17th. Did you want to read the whole thing?
You go ahead and do it. It's
Okay.
it's hard on my uncle.
Okay. Let's see if I can zoom in just a little bit more. Okay, so it says, could someone put up the link to the video of her uncle as well as any videos of Gypsy talking? I would like to see her act as someone on the TPN since a baby and had all the fun associated with multiple surgeries. I get fascinated by people wanting to fake it. I have some sympathy for Gypsy because of her stolen childhood and the unnecessary pain inflicted upon her. I don't condone the unaliving, though. She probably felt trapped. I think she had to be emotionally a mess. When younger, she would have twigged onto her mum, but as she got older, she found out the truth, but was isolated from so many. Tragic story.
Okay. The next.
Oh dear. What the hell?
You already played.
Sorry, give me a second. I just got out of what I was in.
That's okay.
Dang it. I don't know how to get back. There we go. All right, I do.
And we are almost done. We have.
Oh, wow. Look at this. What is this? Look, I just did something. I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry. Can I get out of it? Oh, no. Okay, I'm just going to hit escape, and that worked. Okay.
The next one you want to go to is more free in prison. And we're going to go through the screenshot first.
Okay, screenshots first. So is that number 1?
Yep. If you zoom in, I'll read it. So this person, this was August 22nd, 2016. This person says, prison is probably the most freedom she's had her entire life. Next one. The next person says, if you zoom in a little bit, I can read it.
Okay, sorry.
Uh, Gypsy has replaced one prison with another. For her entire life, she has been incarcerated. She has never known freedom of any kind.
Wow, I remember that.
Next one. Uh-oh.
I got out. Okay.
We were in more free in prison.
Okay, that number 3, right?
Yeah, we're on 3.
Okay.
And this third one says, poor kid has already been in prison all of her life.
And now it's February 16th.
2016. Okay, now we have is that all of, I think that's
Nope,
all of
number 4. One more.
Prison will probably give her the freedom, or probably give her more freedom than she's ever had before, or something like that.
And then we have this one.
We have so this was an interview that Gypsy did.
January 12th, 2016.
Rod did this. It says, she says she feels free now than she's ever felt, says says father of Gypsy Blanchard. And what was the date on this?
This was January 12th, 2016.
Okay. 2016. And these other clips were, they were all 15. Or the screenshots were 2015. So then if you go to Gypsy's face with the curly hair.
Okay.
We'll listen to some clips. We'll do 1, 2, and the curly hair, CNN, and then the book.
Freer in prison than living with my mom. Because now I just live like a normal woman.
I'm gonna play it again.
Thank you.
I feel like I'm freer in prison than living with my mom. Because now I just live like a normal woman.
Here she. Okay.
CNN. Fat face.
Yep.
The day that I entered into prison happened to be one of the best days of my life. Before obviously my newfound freedom, being able to just do something as simple as make friends for the first time. It was definitely more freedom than I had ever felt before in my life, living with my mother.
That was so
Right?
staged. Okay, I gotta watch that one more time. Oh no.
And while you're playing that, can we get some hearts in the comments if you guys are seeing if you're picking up what I'm laying down?
And I entered into prison happened to be one of the best days of my life. Before obviously my newfound freedom, being able to just do something as simple as make friends for the first time. It was definitely more freedom than I had ever felt before in my life, living with my mother.
Yeah, dude, that totally looks scripted. Okay. Y'all throw some hearts in the chat if y'all love what y'all hearing. Thank you so much for participating. We love you all. Hope y'all are enjoying this. Okay, what's next, Jameson? The book?
The book, please.
Of a coffee. It was actually the first time I could explore. I was freer in prison than I ever had been my whole life living with my mother.
Wow.
That one was almost word for word. The next file you're going to go to is prisoner. We'll go through the screenshots.
There's this one more, the more freedom over here.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Oh, no,
so this was the 2020 interview that she had given, and I just wanted to show the date. That Amy Roebuck posted this, and I think it says January 5th of 2018.
Yes.
Gypsy never said any of this stuff until after the public formed her narrative for her.
Okay, so now we're going back to the narrative.
Prisoner, do all I have in there is screenshots, or are there any videos?
With more free prison? No,
we just did
prisoner.
that. This is just prisoner.
Okay, you said any videos?
I don't think there's any videos, but if you want to go through and just read, just go through and read all the highlighted text, give the date, read the highlight, and then we'll move on to the videos.
Okay. Okay, this says June 17th, 2015. Most likely, if Dee Dee hadn't been unalived, she would have eventually unalived Gypsy.
Hey, Rose, I think instead of having to click out every time, since you're on that screenshot, there should be an arrow to the right of that you can just click.
Okay, I'll try it next.
Okay.
February 3rd, 2016. Gypsy has replaced one prison with another. For her entire life, she has been incarcerated. She has never known freedom of any kind. She was already a prisoner. I feel sorry for this young girl. She has been in a prison since the day she was born. What if she truly believed she couldn't truly get away another way, or replace Dad with a stranger? She was held prisoner in her own home most of her life without telling even her best friend what was really going on. Who was her best friend? Her mom? I think she was a prisoner in her own home. No way out. She has been held prisoner her whole life. She basically held Gypsy a prisoner and made people think she was severely sick and handicapped so she could get a check from the government, free housing, so on and so forth. Bobby Petrie over here.
Oh, that was posted on Bobby Petrie's post.
Oh, that was his post. Okay.
Yeah, people
I
were
would
agreeing with
ask this because she was a prisoner her whole life. I think this really shows Gypsy was a prisoner. June 17th, 2015. She was basically held prisoner her entire life. In my opinion, she basically held Gypsy a prisoner. I think I went through them all, and I think I'm now rereading of them all.
Okay, so then you can do Mike, and then there is a there's a big long one that is circled.
Okay, here's the Bobby Petrie one, and then here's 11. I don't think I read. Okay, she was prisoner. Okay, here's 12. You have no idea what someone will do when they reach their breaking point. She was being made to do it and could see no other way out. This one, June 17th, 2015. If you've never been in an emotional abusive relationship, you'll never get the not running away part. You become frozen and think there's really no way to get away from the person who's effing with you. They say things like that they'll find you. This is again July 16, 2016. It is important to keep in mind just how long she has been drugged and forced to live like that, and when she tried to get help and couldn't. Did you have any idea her mother kept her a prisoner? Did Gypsy spend the night with you? And this is Marsha K. I don't know who she's talking to, but
this is Marsha. This is her. This is Marsha.
Purple means what?
Marsha was one of their friends. Marsha was not the one that worked at the Hope Lodge. That was Rachel. This is Aunt Marsha is what she called her.
Okay, it says, okay. So did Gypsy spend the night with you? Did she paint a picture for you? Do you really know them? If not, then maybe you need to keep your opinion silent. Oh, okay, so I guess she's saying those things happened with her and Gypsy.
Yeah, they spent the night together. Marsha would watch her
They're
when
not
Dee
at
Dee
15?
went to get her surgeries.
Okay. And then here we have Lee J. Why don't abused wives leave? Sure, she could walk out the door, but something keeps them there.
So they're speaking on abused or schmabused wives.
Okay, she might have felt it was her only way out. Gypsy is no different than a battered spouse that has most likely endured years of abuse. We ask why she didn't leave because she is now of age. How often do we ask victims of abuse this same question? Only that person can truly understand why, and sometimes they have a hard time understanding.
And I messed up right there by not putting the video in where Gypsy says that. She says that exact same thing. It's in some interview. I don't know if it's the 2021 or what, but she says you can think of it as a schmabused wife.
Battered.
Why
Yeah.
you don't ask them why they don't
I
leave?
think she says it to doesn't she say it to the Australian lady?
It might be. It might be.
Here we have Christy Hammock. Her mother keep her in prison in their home. And then we have Danielle. Felt that this was only her way out. And then we have July 6, 2016, Jillian Grant. Prison is one step above the HELL she was kept in previously. Now we have January 13, 2016, essentially a prisoner by her own mother. There's not a date on this one, but it says 10 years ago. What did the unaliving accomplish? Now Gypsy is still a prisoner. And then we have this picture of this man. Brian Swearingen.
Okay, is this labeled 15 or 15.5? Because this guy is very... Okay, so I need you to go to 15. This guy is very suspicious to me. He mentions, he kind of lays out the entire narrative, and he says that he is really, that his family asked him to comment on this whole case, and he's really big into the cons, like Comic-Con, VisionCon, all these kind of things. And that was the picture of him at a con. And then he's giving, like, he says, I'm not a lawyer. Okay, go ahead, read it.
All right, this is June 17th, 2015. I joined because several people have contacted me regarding this case. I work the convention circuit. One comment I hear often is, she was an adult. Why didn't she just leave? Reasonable question. However, the answer isn't easy. As a sick young girl, her mother began to see the use of that, using a child's illness. She's lived off of that roughly 10 years, a decade of being forced to bind where only that is given, present herself a certain way. Body language in pictures show some of this as well. The only way this young lady was leaving after she hit 18 was over her mother's unalived body or similar act of violence. Her mother would not allow her to simply leave, and before 18, it would have required courts, law enforcement, doctors. Not an easy task. A much harder one after 18. I'm sorry that it ended this way, but I sense that there was likely no other options available, and in very, very rare cases, that proves to be the case. The poor woman needs to be taken to a nice mental health facility where they can assess her medical issues and slowly try recondition her mental ones. We are likely looking at Munchausen's, a bit of Stockholm syndrome, and much more. So that's this guy right here.
Correct. Now, is that all of them then? Do we have a video
Yes.
for this? All right.
There was a video.
There's a Mike Stanfield, and then I think there's an AU.
There was the prisoner video right here.
At what point did you make that decision that killing your mother was the only way that you could be free?
I want to say it was around the time that I felt like I had tried to exhaust all the options that I thought was available to me. So I ran away from home. She found me, brought me back within 4 hours of being gone. She had chained me to a bed, and there was a lot of physical abuse for 2 weeks. So I felt like I had learned my lesson that was not a route that I could take. And so then your survival mode starts to kick in, and you're like, okay, it's either her or me. What do I need to do to get out of here? And unfortunately, that was a thought in my head.
Oh God, her or me.
Okay. So the next one you need to play is Prisoner Schmill or B. Schmilled, I think.
Is that this one with the Mike Stanfield?
No, it's right next to the picture of the AU lady.
It's
right
a
next
video?
You just played the lady wearing red. Go to the one to the right from her.
This one?
Yes, please. So this was June 17th. It says, it's likely if Dee Dee hadn't been schmurdered, she would have eventually schmilled Gypsy.
Wow. And then here's this video.
Yes, she was involved in the murder. She just went from one prison to another.
Oh, wow.
And then if you look at the one next to him, it says one prison to another. It's right next to Mike Stanfield's note. Is that it? Maybe?
Gypsy has replaced one prison with another.
Yep.
For her entire life, she has been incarcerated. She has never known freedom of any kind.
Play that video one more time of Mike, and then we can move on to Pimp Juice.
Yes, she was involved in the murder. She just went from one prison to another.
Okay.
Now, original Mike.
Right. Go on to Pimp Juice. There's 1, 2, and 3. I think. All right, so this is June 16th, 2015. He had this is actually Rod's sister. Can you zoom out just a little bit? People are in the way, or just pan it over a little bit. To all you people who seem to think you know what type of person Gypsy's father is, I am his sister. This is a hardworking man spending his time working offshore, overseas, and whatnot. He had a relationship with his daughter. Dee Dee moved her away, probably to hide the scam. We all believe she was sick, but maybe not as sick. But for you people to put blame on my brother and his wife, shame on you people. This poor girl, my niece, yes, is very wrong what she did. But damn the people. Is that what that says? Can you?
Yeah, but she was wrong for what she did, but damn the people in her life. Shame on all of you. You are making a really bad situation worse. If it can't get any worse. Tonight, look in the mirror. Are you perfect? Well, are you? Keep put judgment and blame on people you don't know.
All right, move on to number 2. So I'm glad that she admitted that Rod did have a relationship with Gypsy, and everything that they're doing to financially benefit themselves. It's all a scheme. And they got this scheme from this Facebook group. The people told the narrative for Mike Stanfield, and the family and the friends pushed it out. And all they had to do was sit back, watch the comments, and take what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a birthday post that Gypsy, or a birthday post that Gypsy had given to her dad. Hey, Daddy, you're the best daddy ever. I love you so much. That kind of stuff. There's another one that is number 3.
Another post. Daddy, I love you. Another happy birthday, Daddy.
And he responds to all that. And then, so then we have a clip. It said Rod on chromosome clip.
Is that number 4?
I think it'd be number 4.
You know, I think, man, she's got a lot of issues. What's going on, you know? And they had done some tests and found out she had a chromosome disorder that was causing all of her functions from developing, her digestive system and her muscular system.
All right, and then so Rod made a page. It wasn't really like a GoFundMe page. It's one of those pages that it's a petition page where he wanted people to sign the petition to get Gypsy out early from all this stuff from that they were going to give on to the governor. And in my thing, I have screenshots of all of it, but I wanted to show you guys. It's number 5. Should be number 5. And if you zoom in, I think it's towards the bottom. How is this any different than a wife snapping and schmilling her abusive husband? Is what he said. I think Christy wrote it for him, but it's what he says. And then if you go to number 6, number 6 says, if you can zoom in just a little bit, it says, it's up more towards the top. I'm petitioning for any relief to Gypsy's 10-year sentence, a shorter sentence, a mental facility where she can get the better help she needs. They know that this girl is psycho. Okay, so then if you go to visits, is that in there? There's a visits clip.
Visits, yes.
And I have so much more that if I get organized and Rose and Chewy allow me to, I'm sorry.
Something never felt right about it. Just, Dee Dee was so controlling of her.
Can you play that again? My big mouth was yapping.
Sorry.
You know, all the visits, Dee Dee had to be there the whole time. Something never felt right about it. Just, Dee Dee was so controlling of her.
That is so crazy that the documentary is like, hey, look at him lying.
And then visits 2. So this person is saying, does anyone know if Gypsy's father played any role in her life? Wouldn't he have been alone with her? Wouldn't he have taken her to the doctors? And so they needed to defend themselves and be like, oh no, she was never allowed to be alone with just Rod. Dee Dee had to be there all the time. And we have seen in the Facebook messages, like I mentioned earlier, Dee Dee was wanting him to take her on vacation and saying, do we need a note from the doctor so she can have handicap accessible, blah, 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 blah. But Rod couldn't be bothered with that. He didn't want to have to deal with it. And he said, oh, you guys can come and meet us. But he did not want to pick her up. He didn't want to spend any time with her. And I really think that Gypsy knew this, and she did want her dad to be a part of her life. And if her mom was out of the way, then he was going to have to take her in. Move on to Christy. We have some fun stuff with Christy. She was messy.
Is it just Christy? Christy spinning.
Christy spinning stories.
Oh, there she is.
Okay, so first we're going to go through the screenshots on the first. No, we're not going to do. Okay, first we're just go through the screenshots, not the movie star. Start at the.
Okay, so right here.
Yeah, whatever screenshot you want to show. So this is can you say the date on that one?
It says June 17th, 2015.
All right, Jamie Smith is speaking a lot in this, and I have looked her up a lot, and she doesn't really have any posts besides prescription medications, is what every single one of her posts are about. I'm sus of her, but she says Munchausen syndrome is the highest mortality rate of all types of schmabuse.
And then this bottom one.
The bottom one, which is also why I believe she was being poisoned as well. I don't believe the anti-seizure drugs were making her teeth fall out. There is your self-defense plea right there. Go to movie star. Oh, no, we're still doing screenshots. I'm sorry.
Oh.
We have more screenshots.
Oh. The next one right here?
Yeah. So, scroll way up. Dee Dee was poisoning Gypsy, and that made her teeth fall out. She also was on pills that made her teeth fall out. Go to the next one. This person, June 16th. How would Christy know about poisoning? She didn't know a thing, I thought. The next one, this is a family friend. Zoom out a little bit. This is a family friend. That's why it's in purple. It says, I just talked to Christy.
Oh, no.
And Dee Dee was just poisoning Gypsy.
Oh, wow.
Okay, is there any more screenshots?
It's a video.
Okay, so then we're going to go to movie star.
Here's another screenshot.
Okay. I have heard, this was June 16th, the day after Dee Dee was found. I've heard many times that Dee Dee's mom, Emma, did a lot of the same things to her. Made her be sick a lot and things of that nature. How did her mama pass away? I'm wondering if Dee Dee murdered her.
Oh, dear.
So the next, I know this is going out of order a little bit. I want you to play Wanda. Now I wonder. She's walking in the cemetery.
The date that her mom died. Dee Dee was in the house somewhere, and Dee Dee was starving. Dee Dee wasn't giving her anything to eat. I asked her sister, I was like, I hate to ask this, but you think Dee Dee had anything to do with her mom's death? And she, said, now I wonder.
Okay, go to movie star. Oh, Rod, and I don't think it was Rod as much. I think it was mostly Christy and Mike were wanting to financially benefit from this. But Christy had changed her bio that says married with 3 amazing children, was on HBO document by Aaron Lee Carr and Allison, whoever, Mommy, Dad, and Dearest, Good Morning America, Dr. Phil, 2020, and Dr. Oz. Her 15 minutes needs to end.
And then here she posted the link to her.
Oh, yeah. I want you to show Aaron Lee Carr should be in there. It should be the first one on there. No, it's not. It is circled and highlighted. Hold on. Let me get my computer and see where it's at.
Right here?
Yes, that's it. So this was posted in the same group that I was in. Aaron Lee Carr was in the group, and she says, my name is Aaron, and I made a film about Gypsy's case. I remember looking through the Facebook groups, and I was so mesmerized about how many people were fascinated about this case, as was I. I hope you will tune in and don't hesitate to reach out. Then if you scroll down in the comments, Aaron Lee Carr says, Christy, magic. And that sent shivers up my spine because she knew what she was doing. They had that zip drive, the thumb drive. They knew everything that she had. And this is what ticks me off about Fancy. She says she has them too, and she's not releasing. She is refusing to release stuff. Why is that? Or did Christy just not give her those because they had their narrative down and she could not release that medical information? So if Fancy has it, she needs to let it out. And if she doesn't have it, she needs to say, I was never given it. Because it's making her look bad right now.
It's gonna make her look like a liar if she comes out and says she doesn't have it. Because she's like, I have it.
Okay, well then why wasn't she shouting it from the rooftops before?
Well, she said she's doing something with it, and maybe, and this is when we were still good. She's doing something with it, and when she's done, she's gonna release it. That's what she said.
Okay.
I think
All
she's
right,
trying to lay out. She's making a documentary like Mecca is supposedly doing. I think Fancy wants that too. Fancy wants people knocking on her door and beating her door down on their feet or on their knees, begging her for stuff. Nobody's doing that.
Go to rows of bottles. I gave this one to Becca for one of her videos, and it's I think it's funny.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I think it's funny because she's really trying to sell the point.
One bottle of Vicodin or Tylenol with codeine. They're like rules.
Rose. And then if you go to Christy giving Rod the stink eye, because Rod starts talking about the chromosome disorder, you can see how uncomfortable Christy is. Like, you're not supposed to say this.
Mm-hmm.
Gypsy can walk. And I asked Dee about it. She's like, well, you know, with her muscular dystrophy or with her... It wasn't long after that they were, you know, they started moving further and further away.
And then you can go to her mama.
Mama was an insane, compulsive liar.
All right, two things I want to note from that. How many times do you think she sat in front of her makeup mirror and practiced that line?
Right.
And two, if you would replay it, watch Rod. I think I'm seeing a guilt. He seems sad that they're doing this.
Yeah.
Was an insane, compulsive liar.
That one kind of broke my heart. And then the last one from this one, and then we have one more file, and it's only 6 slides. But this one is, I understand why.
It's a quick clip. So that's him while they're talking about all this, and he just... I'm sure it's a lot for him. Which one?
It's called I Understand Why. Yeah.
I think Gypsy had her mom killed so she could finally live the life that she wanted. What child doesn't want to have a boyfriend, live a life? I thought in my mind that Gypsy was like relieved that her mom was dead. Like I told her the first day we went to see her in prison, I don't judge you for what you did, but I understand why you did it.
Oh, hell.
And I think that says a lot about her. She has all of the medical files. She knew the entire time what was going on with Gypsy. She knew the trips that Dee Dee was making. They didn't care. Gypsy was a burden to them. She didn't care. they care now because they want the money, and that's what they're using her for. And then the last one is I don't think it has anything to do with Facebook, but it's my seizure file. If you get out of the narrative and just go to seizure, I think.
There.
There it is. I have slides 1 through 6. I wanna show, and then we can be done. And thank you again, Rose and Chewy, for allowing me to do this.
Oh, you're very welcome.
So this is a message in Facebook messages. Rose, you're gonna have to read it for me and say who, what the date and who's. Actually, I think you have to start at the bottom maybe, and go up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is 2014. Okay, sorry. April 22nd, 2014. Wait, does it? Okay, it's from Rhonda Beloit. I don't know. Text, good job. Show them how it's done. We are cooking. What?
It's pronounced Billiot.
Billiot. Okay, thank you. Rhonda Billiot. We are cooking a huge shrimp jambalaya for about 200 volunteers that are going to be painting our house and working on some of our neighbors' houses. Cajuns celebrate fun. 2014. Sorry, I don't know where it says who it's from, but I get, is it all from the same is it all from?
I think it's Dee Dee posting it.
Okay. It has started. Busy, busy little workers. We had so much fun today. We made shrimp jambalaya, butter corn, butter buns, cake, cupcakes, and drinks for all the sweet volunteers. And there are plenty of them from all across America. Jip played some Cajun music CDs, and we showed them how Cajuns have fun. Jip and I are tired, but we have very big smiles on our faces. Painting, painting, smiling, painting. We are having so much fun painting and making friends. These people are so sweet, and we are all working hard to make our house so cute.
So this is when they were painting the house pink. And while they were painting the house pink, there was an accident.
No.
Or a medical issue.
Okay.
I was just about to ask you about that.
Is this it right here?
Yeah.
We were having a break with the volunteers today, and Jip had a bad seizure in the yard. I think she is pushing herself a little too much. She is excited, but she needs to take it easy. We are impatient and resting. The doctor says she might be able to go home tomorrow or the next day because she hit her head. Thank y'all, all the volunteers who helped take the wheelchair off Jip and helping us. We love y'all, and we will see you soon. That is to Rhonda Beloit. Sorry if I said that wrong again.
All right. So number 2. So number 2, you're gonna have to start at the bottom. So this is Rod talking in the purple, and Dee Dee will be in the yellow.
Well, that's good to hear. Glad y'all are home. I think I saw a pic. I will go look. One was damaged beyond repair, and we have to check with her.
You're gonna have to go up. You have to go up. I'm sorry. So, all the way up. Dee Dee is telling Rod about what happened to Gypsy, and what Rose just read was Rod's response.
Oh, okay.
It's wild. So, yeah, start up here at the purple.
Okay, we are good. Glad to hear y'all gone. Y'all are gonna get the house painted. I'm on a boat out in the deep blue sea. How's my baby girl doing? We are back home. She is doing better, bruised and sore, but we were lucky. No concussion, no broken bones. Thank God. She needs to rest, and we have an appointment on the 13th for her new hearing aids. The left one was damaged beyond repair, and we have to check up with her primary doctor on the 6th. Thank you for loving and caring about Jip. She loves you. We hope y'all all have a wonderful time at Jazz Fest. Tell Chris and the kiddos that we send our love and hugs to all y'all. I will let you know the outcome of her May 6th appointment. And Rod says, well, that's good to hear. Glad y'all are home. I think I saw a pic of it. We'll go look.
Yeah. Okay, 3. And we're just about done.
Okay,
So this is the supplemental report that Rachel Miller was giving. And it says on June. Okay, and it lists anyway. It says on June whatever they talked to her.
June
And
1st,
these are
2015.
thank you. These are the conditions that she knew Gypsy to have. And if you could just go through and read the conditions.
Says muscular dystrophy, paralyzation from the waist down, feeding tube due to past seizure, prone to seizures, took pain medication for spinal pain, sleep apnea, anxiety issues, food allergies, deaf in one ear, poor eyesight, congestive heart failure, leukemia. It was Miller's understanding that Blanchard functioned with the learning capabilities of a 14-year-old. Miller could not recall any further medical or mental conditions. Miller also believed a binder of medical records for Blanchard could be found in her residence.
And as a parent, if my child had that many medical issues, I would be like, here, take this to explain the medical stuff. But it says seizures. We've seen that she had one when they were painting the house. She notified Rod, and then so that was 3. We have go on to was that
Number
3?
4.
Number 4. Yeah, number 4.
It should be noted that while en route, the sheriff's department, I did check with Blanchard to see if she needed any medical attention. Blanchard advised that she was in good health and did not need any medical assistance. When asked if she had any medical conditions, Blanchard advised that she blank, blank, blank. She advised that since she had to come to Wisconsin on Saturday morning, she did not have her medication with her and had not taken any. She also advised that she had blank, blank, blank. She advised that she used blank, 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 but also advised that she could eat some soft food like mashed potatoes. She advised that blank, blank, blank. She also advised that this was the direct results of having blank up to the age of 5 years old. She advises that her blank has been in remission ever since.
Okay, so that is in the supplemental report from Waukesha. It had to be last fall I found it because I had broken my foot, and NPG, and I don't know about NPG. I don't know, but the next slide, number 5, is apparently the redacted, which only Bobby Godejohn would have access to. And this is what was posted on their TikTok page. Can you read that again, please? Or read that, please. Thank you.
Okay. It says, it should be noted that while en route to the sheriff's department, I did check with blank to see if she needed any medical attention. Blank advised that she was in good health and did not need any medical assistance. When asked if she had any medical conditions, blank can I just say Blanchard, because I know it's what it says, but I guess I
Yeah,
don't
you
think
can
so.
say Blanchard. You can see Google
Blanchard Blanchard advised that she was seizure prone and was currently taking 1,000 milligrams of Keppra twice a day. She advised that since she had come up to Wisconsin on Saturday morning, she did not have her medication with her and had not taken any. She also advised that she had a feeding tube in place for her nourishment. She advised that she use Pediasure to supplement her nutrition, but also advised that she could eat some soft foods like mashed potatoes. She advised that the feeding tube has been in place since 2000 due to the fact that she was unable to keep her food down. She also advised that this was the direct result of her having leukemia up to the age of 5 years old. She advised that her leukemia has been in remission ever since. Wow.
right? Yeah. So
And then we got a
that
video.
I think we got a video.
That's good. Well, guess who's on the side of me? I can't wait to talk to you.
Daddy,
Your daddy. Here he is.
thank you.
More.
Hey, Daddy.
Are you hanging in there?
I'm trying. I'm really, really trying.
Yeah, I bet.
It's extremely hard.
It's just hard.
Oh, yeah. And, it's like being here, I've never, ever been in a place like this before. And being in jail is not easy. I say, if there's a heck, I'm in it because heck is jail.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a hard thing. But I will be baby. Hard thing.
And I'm like, it's, you wake up and they give you dry cereal, like a small cup of dry cereal, and they give you at least my seizure medication, and but I have to pay like $20 for it, and I think it's $20 only once, and I take it 2 times a day, and then after that they give you another tray of food that is basically bread and food that I don't eat, and for dinner it's the same thing, food that I don't eat. So I'm basically living off of bread and cookies and water from a faucet that's connected to a toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's all I have. I mean, I scrambled in some things from the Facebook group, along with the beginning to set the storyline. I have one more thing that I would like to show. If are you okay on time, Rose, or do you need to get going?
Yeah, I'm good. We've got about another 20 minutes and then I got to get down.
Okay, let's do this real quick. Go to my drive and go to leukemia.
Your drive, the leukemia drive? Okay, give me a second. Actually, hold on. Un momento. Enjoy this lovely photo. Whilst I pull this up. It's a leukemia. Is it in the narrative?
No, it's not.
Okay, so we have Plan B, VisionCon, Tracy, Narrative, Dream Nights, Denied, Dan and Gypsy, and Dollhouse.
I don't have leukemia.
I don't think so.
20 minutes for I haven't been reading the chat. I've been just looking to if anybody wants to say anything. But I would like to go on the leukemia thing at some point. I would like to go on Dream Night at another time. But I just wanted to show you all what I have found, and I want to know if you agree with me.
Yeah, dude.
So unmute and talk. Let me hear. What do you
All
think?
right, hold on. Okay, welcome in
Yes, thank you.
Slayer came in late, but go ahead.
1 ounce of Jameson. Thank you. Because I've been trying to get this point across for a long time also, because it was done in, this whole thing was tried in the media. They got it all from the media, from spinning narratives, from coming up with, okay, we can use that, we can use that. Okay, this comes close enough to what we think, so we can use this, and nobody's going to question it.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened.
Right. Thank you.
And that's the
I'm
reason
glad somebody
why when
agrees
she
with
got
me.
arrested, she didn't go running to the cops. She didn't go to the cops and say, hey, I need to be rescued from this situation because this is what my mama was doing to me. Because she knew the narrative had not been spun yet.
Yeah. It was quickly unfolding in that Facebook group. I mean, I tried to connect what they're saying now with what they were saying way back then. And when I was hearing these things, I was like, "What? I've heard this before. I've heard this before." And they had no defense. They had nothing. They were going to do battered spouse. They were going to do Stockholm syndrome. And Munchausen is what the people were saying, and that's why that's what they went with. And there's so much more. There's so much more. I had to tailor this because I
barely scraped the surface.
Yeah, but I'm glad you agree with me. What do you think, Salty?
I actually agree with you too. I thought that was a great presentation.
Oh, that's huge. Anne?
You caught me eating peanut M&Ms.
Anne, what are you thinking? Okay, Susie.
I think we all agree with you. Point blank, period.
Oh, thank you.
You did good on this, Jameson.
Thank you. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not a content creator. And I was talking to Rose and Chewy before we got on this live, and I'm like, I'm so nervous. But and I know and people are probably like, oh, here goes Jameson again, back in that group. But that's what it is. And there's so much more that I could go on for days on it. I just wanted to do the most important stuff that I could find. And I'm glad people are agreeing with me. Onyx.
Ooh. I'm mind blown. I really am. Like, it makes so much more sense now that you've shown this stuff. I mean, I'm sure, I don't know how many people were like, in the beginning we sympathized with her. I know Rose did. So it kind of angers me.
I did too.
Like, even more. Yeah, so it's like, it really like gets under my skin that she duped us. It's like that.
Hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. It really is, especially if you supported her.
Well, and I think that too. I mean, Mike Stanfield even saw when he saw the video of her doing the pretend, like showing Nick what to do. He's like, it was a hard pill to swallow, because I think that when he was going through the records, that he honestly believed what he was saying. But then you can also look at why the hell was Patty Lou in the group trying to figure things out, and then they shuffled back through there, and they're like, oh well, this is what we're gonna do. That like the public, this is what the public is saying. They have laid it all out for us. What a easy job for Mike Scamfield. Honey, what do you think?
I was kind of caught up. I didn't catch most of the live. Did anybody record the live? Because I want to see it. I want to see it.
I did. It'll be on my YouTube as soon as I can get it uploaded.
But the
Rose said she'd also be putting it on hers.
tail end I caught. I was blown away. I hope that you liked the video I made. I worked hard on that. If you saw it, to promote the live, but that's in the past now. But I did enjoy what I did see. Well, I mean, I'm like blown away though. I'm blown away just in the like 25 minutes that I caught. I was just like, I can't imagine what I did miss. I'm gonna catch what I missed.
Hey, Billy just posted in the comments about the Hope Lodge, and I have not gone over that. Billy and I were talking the other night when I found that first video clip that we started off with. I for those of you who had just joined, I mentioned. I told Billy about what I found, and we started talking. We started talking about the Hope Lodge. I had stuff, she had stuff, and I'm going to let her. I wasn't going to do that in the leukemia stuff. I was just going to post what I had found. But Billy had found some stuff about the Hope Lodge, and since we had collaborated with that stuff, I would not go into that. I'm going to let her do that on her channel. And if you guys are not following Billy Knox, you need to be. She gives out of this world presentations. She is in depth. She is all fact based. She's phenomenal.
Agree. I agree with that. Real quick, let's play. I'm gonna play Honey Fleur's video that she made, that she took time out to make for us to do this. I should have played it at the very beginning, but she wasn't here, and now that she's here, I want to play it for everybody. So give me 1 second.
Gypsy Rose case is not the truth, but years of research later, one Oz of Jameson has filled in the gaps to what we all wondered. She comes with receipts, not just theories. Let's discuss. The narrative we know about the Gypsy Rose case is not the truth, but years of research later, one Oz of Jameson has filled in the gaps to what we all wondered. She comes with receipts, not just theories. Let's discuss.
I hadn't seen that. Thank you, honey.
Love it.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Love it, love it, love it.
Bye, Susie.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna send it to you, Jameson. And
I want to say before you hop off, I know you have a graduation to go to, but I want to thank you and Chewy from the bottom of my heart for listening to me, for allowing me the opportunity to speak today, but also when I first came in the panel and Chewy thought that I was a little rat from the other side, for giving me a chance to talk, and I really appreciate that because nobody else did. And I want anybody who's listening to just know that there are people that are trying to speak, and you will find a lot of information in the comments of live streams, of posts, of everything. And you can't just stick to your clicks and just let your clicks up, or just listen to your clicks and ignore the people who are screaming from, what do they call it? Section 8.
Right.
Because multiple creators had me in their comments, and I was ignored over and over again. But not by Rose and Chewy.
Well, we love
you, Jameson.
I appreciate you guys so much.
Give me a Coke.
You did an outstanding job. What part I did catch, like I said, I came in late, but it was very good. I liked it.
Thank you, and I'm glad. Thank you all for joining. I think at one point there was like 93 people in here, and I want it posted out. I want people to know, and I thank all of you who came to listen. I really, really appreciate you listening to me.
Well,
I
that was
have
a
a
great.
question. I don't really know this. That's why I'm going to ask. Duh. So when the replay is posted, it's going to be on YT, of course. Can I put the link on that video I made so people can actually see it, so you can still get the views of what you've researched? Can you do that
Yes.
on
Yes. And also, Carolina girl, you're screen recording this right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So y'all go check it out at Carolina Girls page because it's gonna have the chat. And just as Jameson just said, the chat is a very important. So
Oh, Billy Knox said in the comments, I can talk about the leukemia thing. I would really like to go over the leukemia thing. I would like to go over the nights. What was it? Dream night, where Gypsy had stolen from her mom a few days before the thing
yes.
went down. I would love to talk about all of that if it's okay with Rose and Chewy, because I can't go. I don't know how to go live, but I
No,
can
it's
get that.
okay. When do you want to do it? Like tomorrow or Friday or
I could do it tomorrow if you want to do it tomorrow.
y'all want to do it again? Rendezvous here tomorrow, 1:30.
I have files upon files of this stuff.
I'm game. Whatever.
Well, we'll
Whatever.
let y'all know. What, Carolina girl?
Oh, I said I'm game. It's whatever y'all want to do.
Okay, if you're available, sure. Get that way you can get part 2 of it too.
Well, I will listen.
I also have a file on all the Bayou friends and family that were in the group, and we could go through all of their comments that they were spewing when they infiltrated this group about Dee Dee, trying to
Dang
spread
it!
their
It's 3
narrative.
a.m. in the morning for Billy.
Oh my gosh, Billy, you need some sleep.
I
Billy,
know,
you need
but
to
she's
come
like,
to America.
Oh, also, I also want to thank Billy for being there when I found this, and to talk with me, because I never would. And she even told me, she's like, "You got to go to bed." I'm like, I know, but she is she's a great person. Like, she's a wonderful person, so full of knowledge. Get off of me, dog. Go.
I agree. I agree. Well, is anybody else have anything they'd like to mention or say, or how you doing?
just props to James. Went on to Jameson. I'm so proud of you, girl, for being so diligent and like collecting everything. And I think that I'm glad that like you did this, and I'm so proud of anyone that like who's been so invested in this case, because there's just so much. I'm sure many feel the same way, and I just want to say thank you, Rose, thank you, Chewy, thank you, everybody. I can't wait to see what I missed. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Oh, that makes me so happy. I'm glad that you guys feel the same way that I feel, and you were picking up what I was putting down. And I know I sound like a broken record all this time, and I just wanted it out. I had my opportunity. I took it, and I just want everybody to know. And so, yeah, if you post it on your YouTubes or you clip it and put it on your TikToks, I'm totally cool with that. I just want it out. I want the roach exposed.
Well, I definitely thought it
Very
was a great
good. I
presentation,
agree.
Jameson. Great presentation, and I noticed it in the files as I was going through them, because I'm doing my own thing with the information you provided, but it's still gonna relate to what you're going through right now. But I'm gonna do more of like a call out video, so that's where I'm leaning. But it's still gonna be using your information. So, but great presentation.
And I want you. Thank you so much. And I have way more, and I know that you have the access, but in that file, and I haven't even put a lot in there, but it's Bayou Friends and Family, and you can find lots of friends and family members in that little file, and I will be adding more as I find them. So, and thank you so much for doing this.
It was our pleasure to host you in doing this. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of this. And I'm so proud of you, Jameson. You did a great job Like, just thank you. Thank you for everything you do.
Oh yeah, that shit was banging, yo. That was a really, really good job. I am very, very proud of you. I know how nervous you were, and even just like a couple hours ago, as we were talking about what we were gonna do and all that stuff, and I you did an excellent job. Very, very,
Thank you,
very well
Julie.
put together.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, Rose was a big help in this. I never could have done this without you guys' channel. I never could have done it without Rose, like taking the time with me earlier to go through and learn the slides I wanted her to do. So thank you guys. All of you, all on the panel, all in the chat, all of you. And share the shit out. Expose the roach.
Yes. Okay, so as soon as we get a link, we'll post it. Carolina, you girl, you can post your link and I'll reshare it and I'll repost my link. But I recommend Carolina girls. But thank you so much. We'll catch up tomorrow. If Jameson and I are gonna do this tomorrow, we'll talk about it and we'll make a flyer in the morning to let everybody know.
Yeah. And you
Sounds
guys
good.
have fun at the graduation tonight. Thank you for, yeah, I know you need to be getting ready. Thank you for taking the time out for this. You guys
Yeah,
are
enjoy the
wonderful,
graduation. That's
wonderful
gonna be
people.
fun. Yes.
Yeah, my baby boy is finally graduating high school, so we're excited for that.
That's a big one.
Mm-hmm. All right, Yankee,
Congratulations.
Nola, Slayers, Ravens, Salty, Jameson, thank you. Honey, thank you all so much for coming in. I appreciate y'all and we'll catch up tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you
Thank you,
guys for
Rose.
having
Much
me.
Thank
Y'all
love.
have a
Take
good
care.
one.
you, everyone.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye.
User. Here we go. Here we go.